Chris, just what did you see there in the last couple of minutes down the stretch that
I mean,
kicked
two
us away?
turnovers again. Ball got stagnant. That's on me in the sense that I should have called the timeout to get Mike back in the game in that second to last possession for us or whatever. So I'll take that one. That's on me. But yeah, just kind of ball got static. Just turn it over. Same story as the other night. 2 turnovers in the guts of the game. Not going to get it done.
What was your thought process in not calling a timeout there?
Yeah, I mean, I just said I should have called it. So, but I thought the ball was in Ant's hands. The differential in the clock wasn't huge, but I initially wanted to call it, but I didn't. So.
And then with Luka with the ball in his hands late there, do you think about doubling at that time and get it out, or how do you see that unfold?
No, the idea was to switch up, press him inside the 3-point line. So.
How do you get Ant back to playing a little bit more of the quick decision basketball that he's been so good with over the last 2 months?
Yeah, he's got to get more in transition, got to get out. I thought he started the game with a great burst, was really going downhill well, and then kind of just phased out as the game went along. Went in there a few times. I thought he could have done it more, and we need him to do it more. So, yeah, he just has to think some more early. Got to play off the catch a little bit more. I thought be a little more shot ready. I thought he turned down some open looks too.
You went with Nas the final stretch over Carl.
Yeah.
What went into your decision making there? Obviously, Nas was playing well.
Yeah,
Carl
Nas was
struggling.
playing well, real well, and gave us some switchable combinations out there and stuff like that. So,
Did you tell Carl that at all, or did you just kind of sit him and just
No.
let it ride at that point?
no, I mean, didn't really have time to have that conversation, So,
Chris, both Carl and Anthony have struggled inside the arc. Ant got a lot more 2-point looks in this game than the last game. What's the key for them, effectively getting downhill or being effective inside the arc?
yeah, I think with Anthony we just talked about. I think he's got to pick up his decision making. I think Kyrie's actually a good example. He's playing quick off the catch. He's trying to beat our defensive pressure with everything on the catch, going quickly. With Cat, I think he's just got to calm down. I think he coming out of the gate pressing a little bit, maybe getting off on the wrong foot, and then chasing the game. So he got some good looks. Didn't go down. I thought there was a stretch when they came back into the game, we had a lot of really good looks that didn't go down, whether even at the rim or some open threes. So.
Coach, Mike was a lot more assertive tonight, looking for his shot out of the pick and roll, got to his floater a bunch. How do you assess his game and the value of that going forward in the series?
Yeah, I thought Mike played great. Really did. I thought he made a lot of really good plays. We need him to be aggressive. Especially when our other scorers are struggling a little bit.
Gafford and Lively are combined, I think, 14 for 16.
Yeah.
Almost all of them, obviously Luka lobs or something akin to that off those sets. What's the counter for that, or what is the way to present that from being less efficient?
Yeah, I think again, it starts with keeping the ball out of the paint a little bit better. Rudy's got to be a little more decisive on what he's trying to do down there. We got to put a body on that guy too, so be a little more physical.
Did you get a chance to look at the replay with 47 seconds left? Obviously, went off McDaniels.
Yeah, it looked like it was
there
also
some contact,
fouled, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Looked like it was fouled, but they can't or didn't account for that in the call. So,
Chris, do you say anything to the team after a loss like this, or?
I mean, as I said, listen, I thought we're doing a lot of stuff that we talk about doing. Thought game plan execution was a little bit better tonight. We're building leads. Just our offense is letting us down in key moments with turnovers and some missed shots and some. We kind of play ourselves out of rhythm, I think, a little bit at times. The two tough games. It's a long series, and keep our head up. We got to keep getting better, but there's a lot of basketball to be played.
Chris Moore, Kyle Anderson, in this game.
Check. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Good.
Okay, what's the frustration level? 108, 103 with 85 seconds left. You guys were leading.
They made a tough shot. They made tough shots, and we got to capitalize and execute at a high level. I talked about it all the time. We got to execute at a high level against every team we play against in the playoffs, and every game is going to just get more and more important. So just got to execute.
Yeah, just offensively, what's the major problem right now that is preventing you from getting the buckets that you guys need?
I mean, just missing shots. Targets on the rims ain't the nicest to us right now, so we got to make shots, maybe execute. We got to execute again. Another word, execute. You know, offensively, we execute at an even higher level. You get easier shots. You know, don't have to. You know, maybe take some tough shots or things like that. You just got to do a better job executing.
You guys are down 0-2 going to Dallas. Just what do you guys have to do to dig deep and get this back in the series?
Just find a way to play Timberwolves basketball for 48 minutes. Just defend at a high level. You know, offense is going to turn around. It's been so good to us all playoffs, just in the lull. So, you know, let our defense, if our offense is not going the way it is right now, you know, let our defense be the juice for our offense.
You guys proved in Game 7 against Denver that a double-digit lead is not insurmountable to come back from. What do you think changed it today with you guys not being able to protect the 18?
They hit some shots. We couldn't make shots to keep you know, them away. Did a good job of building the lead, and then once they started hitting some shots to stop the bleeding, you know, you gotta hit some shots, and had some in and outs, had some unfortunate bounces, so and also turnovers, just killing us. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating, you know, things that we could control from the turnover aspect, defensive aspect. We just didn't do enough of that today.
What about the night that Nas had when he was kind of keeping you in it?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, he's a sixth man of the year. He's special. I mean, it's 2 nights in a row, you know, guys that our role players have stepped up in a big way. Last game was Jaden, and couldn't find a way to get the win then. And then Nas tonight having a big offensive explosion, and we just couldn't get the job done. So it's tough, you know. I got to be better. We all got to be better, so we could give those guys the nights they deserve.
Okay, were you okay with watching from the fourth there? Like,
I'm with winning, so whatever it takes to win. Nas has it going. Coach's decision. I'm fully supportive of my coaching staff. I wouldn't question them one bit. So, of course, you know, I'm always going to be ready to play whatever it costs, even the last game. So, Nas got it going. Our team was playing well. I mean, late in the game, we win it. You can't ask for a better situation, you know. We have a great player who had a great shot, and that's just what it is.
Is it a matter of just small corrections? I mean, you guys aren't getting outplayed. The games are close in the fourth quarter. Is it a matter of how do you
we just beating ourselves a lot of the times, you know, making simple mental errors, and you know, our defense that's held us together all year. Sometimes it just falters in the wrong times, and if you mix that in with the offense that we're just not producing right now, it's tough. So. For a lot of things to go wrong, to be, like you said, competing at a high level, play with way more energy today, more desperation, speaks to the quality of this team, you know, to even be winning both games the way we've been winning them, and playing the way we've been playing.
Okay, how frustrating is it when you say that you're beating yourself, that it's maybe not in your mind, they're beating you?
Very. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're hitting shots, they're beating us too, you know. Like I said, credit is where credit's due. You know, they have a great player with a great shot at a big point in the game. But, you know, before that is when the game was lost, you know. We hope that we could, like boxing, we hope we could get the split decisions instead of getting the knockouts or the unanimous decisions. You know, we just kind of are playing just well enough to get a split decision, but then if we lose, we're frustrated because we could have done more. We've been a team, in Denver here. We've gotten the knockouts, we've gotten the unanimous decisions, stuff like that. We got to up our level of play, all of us, including myself.
Carl, you mentioned missing shots as a team. A lot of them have been 2-point shots in this series. Normally, like the variance more so comes from behind the 3-point line. Is that a matter of execution or something they're doing defensively that's making it tougher in there?
I don't know. I see us take some good shots and we just don't get the friendliest rolls. And then when I do see us sometimes miss shots, good looks, just shooting short, or so it's give and take. I think that you got to give them credit too. They make you take some shots that you may miss by a few, and also give them credit too. And they're making shots that are tough as well. So. They got a good coaching staff. They got a great team. Obviously, we're playing in the Western Conference Finals. We've got the 4 best teams in the NBA playing right now. So, just got to do a better job of executing and finding ways to get it done.
Feel better about the way?
No, I don't feel better about anything.
How did you feel that you guys did guarding Doncic and Irving tonight? Looked like it was a step forward.
I don't know how many Luka had, but he damn near had a lot, and Kyrie hit shots when he had to. So I think both teams understand is it's about winning, regardless of who's making shots or not. It's about just putting one in the left column. And I think both teams understand that and are willing to do whatever it takes. And 2 nights in a row, and things needed to go right for them. They did, and it's a double-edged sword. It's us giving them, chances to win the game, and them also capitalizing on those chances. So I got to give credit where credit's due.
Thank you. Thanks, Carl. Thanks.
Let's not crowd around his locker because he's going to be changing. So give him
Anybody else? I wanted to hurt you, I could.
I'm ready. Hey guys, Ant's ready. All right, go ahead, guys.
Your best explanation, 108, 103, you guys led with 65 seconds left. Why did you end up losing?
I don't know. I think Kyrie hit a 3 in the corner. I come down, turn it over, and then Luka hits the game winner.
Did you think when Nas let his shot go?
I thought it was good.
What are they doing for you not to get to your spots?
They just showing me crowds, man, sitting in the gaps. But I'm turning down a lot of shots, you know, like my mid-ranges and stuff. I'm turning a lot of those down. But we getting open looks, so I ain't tripping.
And are you turning those down just to get your other teammates going and get?
Yeah, I mean they're open. Yeah, they're open, so I'm just making the right play. But you know, sometimes the right play may be to just shoot it.
You talked about being fatigued the other night. How are you feeling now?
I feel great tonight. Yeah, I feel real good.
Did you have to get oxygen at one point though?
Nah, I was good today.
And you guys have had your back canceled on the previous series. You got
Yeah.
back canceled, but how much do you draw from that knowing that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we was down 3-2. We was up 2-0. Then they came and won 2 at the crib, and then won 1 at their crib. So I mean, we've been here before. Yeah. I don't think anybody in the locker room is panicking. I hope not, because just come out and play our brand of basketball. We let them make a run. We were supposed to go up big, but they made a run and cut it right before half. We made some mistakes, but we'll be all right.
Is it a matter of just cleaning up some things here and there?
Yeah, game plan mistakes, man. I feel like we come out game 3 and don't make or we try to minimize the game plan mistakes. I think we'll win that game.
Are you having to just learn this defense and what they're trying to do to find the holes, or what? How do you think this is going to progress so you can get going?
In the first half, I had a couple in and outs. I mean, can't control makes and misses in the game, so I'm not really stressing about me getting going. I guess offensively, just keep making the right play, and hopefully we come out with a win.
Is the rim protection in this series compared to the first 2 series, Phoenix and Denver? Is it harder to get to the rim? It seems.
It's not harder to get there. They just pack the paint once you get there. So I mean, you got to make the right play because it's 3-4 people in the paint. You got to watch the game. So it's all about just making the right play, and my teammates open. So.
And how did you feel about the defense on Luka overall tonight? That you guys handled him?
I don't know what he finished with.
32.
Off how many shots? I mean, let me see. 10 for 23. I don't know, man. I think we played pretty good defense. I mean, he's a great player, man. I mean, hard to stop him. You know, he's super good.
A couple more guys. Do you think it's as simple as what you and Carl, even if you just hit just a couple more shots, is it that simple, just making more shots in this different series right now?
Yeah, I mean, Like I said, I mean, me and Cat, we can control the makes and misses. He had a couple in and outs. I had about 3-4 of them. So,
excuse me.
You know, it's all good.
Sorry. Why do you think they had such success in the second half? 60% shooting in the second half.
They shot 60% in the second half. Damn. I mean, Luka was definitely involved in a lot of that. He makes a lot of great reads out of the, out of the pick and roll. Tried to show him different looks. It's all him. We just got to figure him out,
Finch took the blame for your turnover with 12 seconds left, saying he should have called a timeout and get Mike Conley in the game. What happened on that possession that shouldn't have?
I don't know. I got to go watch it. I wanted to get downhill, and then the gap man was in the gap, and then I tried to make a play, and then I think I just passed it too late, So that's all that was.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Use my shoulder.
You bet. You bet.
Oh, are you kneeling down?
Yeah.
Mike, this team has come back from, adverse conditions in the last series here, but never had maybe a crushing loss like this one. Kind of what's the mood and how do you guys respond after a night like this?
It's frustration, at first, because we feel like both these games were very winnable. A play or two late in games, a couple things go our way. The series could be looking a lot different right now. So, but that's also the positive for us is that we know we can beat these guys. We know we can do it on the road. We just left a series where we flip-flopped this same scenario, and Denver came in and beat us twice at home. So it's definitely on the forefront of our minds. So our confidence is still there, but obviously super frustrating to lose this one.
Now, how did you feel when that last shot went up, and did you think you had it?
Thought it was good. Shot it with confidence. Ant trusted me to get the shot up and to make that. So I thought it was good. It went in and out. I guess that's just how the game goes.
Mike, you just expressed confidence in where you guys are and where you can get. You've been in the past many times seen a bunch of opponents. Just how formidable is this Dallas group, and what's the biggest pressure that they put on your guys' defense?
I think it's obvious, but they're two-headed monster with Luka and Kyrie. You got two of the best at playmaking as well as going to get their own bucket. In a series like this, you almost can't be reliant on going to close one-possession games and fourth quarters, and because those guys can get a bucket in a multitude of different ways, and they're probably two of the best at doing it. So we have to find ways to. We have leads, 6-point leads, make it 8, make it 10, try to stretch the game out a little bit to where it puts a little bit more pressure on them. But, when they get the rolling, it puts a lot of pressure on our defense and a lot of different coverages we have to throw at them.
Mike, what does the team have to sacrifice? What does the team have to sacrifice not to have you out there on the baseline on those lobs?
It's the details for us because our coverage is, if we do it right, it doesn't matter who's on the baseline. Our help is, early. Our bigs are high. They can't make that pass to the big, and if they do, I can be there early enough to where it's not a lob. I'm meeting them in the middle of the paint, and we can kind of rotate out from there. But those are those times where they get the lobs and the late looks. It's a breakdown earlier in the possession that I think we can, like I said, it's stuff we can fix and stuff we can adjust to.
So with those, they're running that double drag thing, and you were the single size tag guy over and over there. Is that something you try and blow up at the top, or is it about the bigs and you or whoever it might be tagging there?
Yeah, our initial coverage was for me to tag and try to hold the big up earlier. They do a good job of slipping that big out, underneath the chucker. Normally it's me or whoever's in that double drag. But it's, we have a coverage for that. We also have a coverage where I don't bump that, and it's the low man from the weak side that needs to catch him kind of in the middle of the paint, and I go, X out to the corner. So we have multiple different ways to attack it, and I think we just have to be committed and to one or the other at the times and not get, stuck thinking too much in those situations.
Naz, you guys have shot really well from three in this series. Obviously, a really big game from you for three tonight. What are you seeing whether it's you or Ant or Cat or whatever, and you're getting to the basket? It has not been an effective 2-point shooting game. Is that rim protection, or is it something that you guys need to execute better once you're getting downhill?
I mean, they crowd the paint very well. We just got to make the right play, whether it's finishing or kicking it out. I think we all are capable of doing it. I think everybody has those abilities, and to finish or to kick it out. So I mean, we just got to make the right play in those moments. I mean, I don't think anybody in our team can't. It's just a matter of us doing it.
Mike, shots may not be falling for you guys right now, but is it more than that? Is everything else from your bench, like defense, hustle plays? Is everything else going okay? Is it just a matter of shots not falling?
No, I think it's a lot of things that the small things within the game, the offensive rebounds, the leak outs. They're very good at pushing the ball in transition and kind of throwing it ahead. I think they had a couple buckets, especially in the fourth or late third, where they were throwing it ahead to guys and it's jump balls, and they go lay it up and try to speed the game up that way. We have to try to take that away, take away all the easy opportunities, especially for the guys who aren't Luka or Kyrie, and to make the night a little bit tougher. But we'll make shots. We'll get back to making shots as a whole. Obviously, we haven't put a complete game together yet, and when we do play our best, we are a tough team to beat. We just have to figure out how to do that.
A question to both of you. What do you guys tell now each other? Because you need to get rid of this frustration. You just have that one day, and you are in a must-win situation with Game 3. So what do you guys tell each other for that?
Just to stay with it. I don't really think anybody's frustrated. That's the best part about it, and we kind of know that it's us. We just have to, get into our ways and our brand of basketball. So that's the best part about it, just knowing that it's us, and we're beating ourselves for the most part.
Yeah, I think having the day, having one day in between it helps. You can kind of get your mind right and get ready to play again, especially having not having to wait a couple nights and letting this linger and marinate a little bit. I think it's good to get right back to it because we're itching to play again, and can't wait to get to Game 3.
Mike, what's the process like of trying to be assertive enough to where you're initiating the offense as much as possible?
I'm trying to get the ball and be in control of the situation, especially late. Get the guys the ball when they are in good spots to be aggressive. Naz, Cat, Ant, Rudy, Jada, everybody, like trying to get guys where they can be super effective, and especially for Ant, just trying to relieve him from a lot of the duties he has to do so much for us. He has to guard, he has to play make, he has to score. So it's my job to just try to alleviate that pressure a little bit, and I'm probably going to be more and more involved in that. Just be aggressive offensively. It takes a little bit of pressure off of him, and try to play make for him as well.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Oh, sure. Appreciate it.
Rudy, can you just kind of take us through that last defensive possession when you got switched on to Luka? What were you trying to do? What did you see unfold there?
We just switched on the pick and roll, and I was on the ISO, Luka, and he hit a big time shot. I let my team down on the last play.
When you say you let your team down, how do you think that?
They believed in me to get a stop, and he scored. And he scored a 3, which is something that he does really well. So definitely, taking the responsibility. That I need to be better in that situation.
Ideally, in that spot, do you want to funnel him inside the 3-point arc, or like?
In that case, that probably would have been a better option. But no, just gotta stop. Just gotta stop, be better.
What do you guys have faced tough circumstances before in the last series? Maybe not a loss quite as close or crushing as this one. How do you guys respond? Kind of what's the mood in the locker room? What do you say to each other to regroup quickly here?
It's a tough loss, but lots of great things tonight on the floor. It's funny because both those games we up for the majority of the games, so just gotta keep going. Adversity, we've had adversity all year, and last year too. So just keep going, believe in who we are, keep trusting each other, and let's be better.
Rudy, you had some sort of exchange with Luka in the backcourt in the first half. What happened there, and how would you describe kind of the tone of the level of competition between you two so far this series?
After the foul? You're talking about after the foul? Nothing. He was upset about the foul. I told him that it was just a regular foul, nothing dirty, nothing try to get him hurt or anything like that, So he's a competitor, and I'm a competitor, and sometimes you can have some of these conversations, but there wasn't any disrespect or anything like that.
Rudy, they're having a lot of effectiveness to go into the lob to Gafford and Lively. What do you guys need to do as a group to diminish the effectiveness of that part of the Dallas offense?
Definitely going to watch, I think some situations are different from one another. I think the pick and roll situation is different than when it's a blow by or when it's a drive and it's coming full speed, and I'm the last, kind of like the last, help on the defense. But it's a great weapon. The lob is throwing the lob to an athletic big is a great weapon, and it's really, really hard to stop. When you do it. So we're gonna watch film and see what we can do, see what I can do and what we can do as a team to be better. Because they had I don't know how many they had tonight, but the lobs, but they had plenty, way too much. So that's one of those things that we got to clean up for sure.
Hey, Rudy, you said that you're taking responsibility and you're putting the blame on your shoulders. How do you psychologically move forward? Like, do you lose sleep after something like this? How do you reset going into what's going to now be a must-win Game 3?
Just keep giving my best. Keep working hard every day. Keep doing what obviously watching the film, and always look at myself in the mirror, see the things that I can do better first, and then communicate with. We're gonna have the conversations about what we want to do, the little adjustment that we want to do as a team. But for myself, I've been overcoming adversity my whole life. It's we're down 2-0. Now we gotta go and give everything we have the next game, like we did tonight. And see what happens.
Rudy, it seems like they're making the halftime right here, Rudy. just seems like they're making the halftime adjustments. They're winning the fourth quarter battles. But what have you noticed from them in the fourth that is just separating them from you, and what do you need to do to overtake them in the late in the game like that?
I think it's a mix of a lot of different things. I think our execution down the stretch can be a lot better. You know, we have to find ways to be able to get good shots. You know, I thought for the most part of the game we did a great job doing that. And yeah, they got big time players. You know, that have been in those situations many times, and are striving in those moments. So we got to find ways to be better defensively in those situations. And sometimes you're going to be great defensively and they're still going to score. But I think really our execution offensively has to be better, so we can at least get some good shots off.
Rudy, kind of going off of that, you all had that 18-point lead, and then the runs happened. What would you say would be best for you all to do to kind of sustain some of those runs from the Mavs and sustain you all's leads, especially to end the first halves?
I think we need to close quarters better, for sure. I think, and we know it, but when it happens, it happens. I think a lot of it came from our turnovers. You know, we had some couple sloppy plays offensively, and they got a couple dunks or layup, fast break points. That gave them juice, gave them confidence coming into the second half. And those plays are, I mean, we up 18. We could easily up 20, 22 at that point, but those plays were really a big shifting moment for us and for them. Second quarter. So, it's basketball. It's basketball. You can always look back and say, should I done this, should I done that, but now we got to come ready for game 3.
Rudy, you talked about adversity. You've yet to play a complete game. Mike Conley was talking about the team-wise. Knowing that your team hasn't done that, but you've been so close in these, what kind of a motivation is that then, knowing when you do play your complete game, what you can pull off in perhaps 3 and beyond?
I mean, I don't want to say that it feels good, because it doesn't feel good to lose, but we really are aware that a lot of times we beat ourselves, and when we don't beat ourselves, we are in a great position to win games. So now it's about finding ways to not being ourselves as much, and just being able to be who we are and being able to do it even longer and harder and being able to do it in the end of games too, and we've done it before, so we'll be better.